Hello everyone, welcome to part 18 of Laravel 8 API tutorial. And in this video, we are going to continue working on Laravel API authentication with Passport. Okay, so we are going to work on Laravel login API with Passport. And like in last video, we have seen that we able to register the user with Passport functionality. You can see that we have name, email, and password that the user can register with, and the app can send response like user registered successfully in message status is true and generate authorization token. Okay, so this is the secured authorization token generated with Passport. So now we are going to do for login as well. And first of all, I will tell you about register once again. See, in register we have done this route register user with Passport, and we have done this function register user with Passport. Okay, so I will open up API controller. In API controller, we have done this one register user with Passport function. First of all, we are going to validate the user. We are going to validate name, email, and password, and if name, email, and password is fine, then we are going to insert the user in our table, in users table. And after that, we are going to use the auth attempt, okay, to verify if email and password is fine, if we are going to pick up from our table recently inserted data. Okay, so after that, if it is fine, then we are going to fetch the detail of user from email, and we are then going to create token with the help of Passport itself to for getting the strong token. Okay, then we are going to update this token in users table. You can see we are updating the token in user table, and in response we are going to send that token along with the message that user is successfully with status true, like I am showing you here. Okay, so in the same way we are going to work on login. So let's start. So first of all, we are going to make the route for login as well. We can make the similar route, same like this one. I am going to copy this one and will paste it here. Login user, I'm going to make it like login user with password, with Passport, and here as well we can make it like Passport. Okay, so login user with Passport, and here we are going to make login user with Passport, and here login user with Passport. Okay, so now we are going to make this function. So we are going to make the similar function like login user. Just few things we are required to add. We are going to check the login user function here. See, I am going to copy this function and will paste it because only few things we need to replace. Now here I am going to make its name login user with Passport, like this. So first of all, we are going to validate the user name and email. Okay, both are used for login. And after that, after validating the user, now we are going to use the auth attempt. Okay, so here we are using the password verify, but now we are going to use the auth attempt after verification, after validating the user. Okay, so we are going to do this in the same way. Okay, so I am going to pick this code. Okay, so I am going to pick this code now, and I am going to remove this password verify code. This is not required now. Okay, so I am going to remove this one, and here I am going to paste this one. Okay, so here you can see this is the email that we have got from Postman, and this is the password that we have got from Postman. suppose the user is entering both email and password. Okay, so after verifying both, user if user able to log in, then it's fine. Otherwise we are going to show the error message here. Okay, if in case user not able to log in, if in case email or password is incorrect, then we are going to return the error message, return response JSON. In JSON status we will send as false, message we will send as email or password is incorrect. And error code we are going to send like 422. That is the error code for I think let's try. Okay, uh, I think unprocessable entity, something like this. Okay, that we are going to see recent in some time. So this is the error message that we will send in response if in case email or password is incorrect, and if email or password is correct, then we are going to fetch the user details from email, and after that we are going to create the authorization token like we are creating in register API. We are going to use this create token function of passport for generating the secure token. Okay, so after generating the token, we are going to update users table once again with this authorization token, and after that we are going to send the response user login successfully, and we are generating the authorization token, or token also we are sending along with the status true. So it is similar to register, but only difference is in a register we are inserting the user. You can see in a register we are inserting the user in user table. Okay, you can see here. But in login we are not inserting the user. User is already inserted in our users table. Just we are verifying its email and password, and then we are just sending in response that the user is there in our users table or not. Okay, if the user is there in users table, if its information is correct, if its email or password is correct, then we are going to send the success response with status message and token. And if the user is not correct, if its email or password is not correct, then we are going to send the status as false with the error message. Okay, so this is the thing. So here we can try once. I'm going to make here one API here, post API similar to here login user. I'm going to copy this one here, login user with passport. Okay, so here I am going to use that email and password as body form data. Okay, so body form data, here we are going to use email and password. First of all, I am going to send some incorrect email ID. I'm going to use some incorrect email ID and click on send. Email does not exist in database. You can see the error message is coming that email does not exist in database. Suppose if email exists, we are going to check, we are going to pick some valid email, then we are going to check. Now password, we are if we use something as some wrong password, then see email or password is incorrect, so the correct message is coming with status false, so that is fine. Now we are going to use the correct. Okay, so we are going to see that we able to generate the authorization token, and we able to get the success response. See, based on the success response, our Android developer or iPhone developer, means front end developer, is going to show to the user or going to log in the user in app. Okay, will so that the user will reach the home page or dashboard. Okay, so let's see now, and you can see the now success message has come, status is true, message is user login successfully, and see the token here. This is the authorization token, secured authorization token generated with passport. So the difference is, like we have also used the login here. You can see we have used the login without passport also. Here you can see the token is very small and we have generated of our own, but here the passport generated the strong token that can't be altered by the hackers. Okay, so now you can see that you can able to log in into the app with the passport functionality as well. You can try this one at your end, and we will continue working on other APIs as well, so stay tuned for that. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.